Hello well-wishers and welcome to my channel Aspiring Minds. In today's video, we are going to discuss a poem by Sukumar Ray called The Power of Music. So grab your virtual seats and let's begin. In this video, we will discuss the background and context of the poem. I'm going to share a very relevant, interesting and personal experience with you that happened just last year with me related to the poem, and we are also going to discuss in details the major themes of the poem. Sukumar Ray was a prominent Bengali writer, poet and playwright who was known for his wit, humor, and he often used satire in his works. There is a YouTube shorts available and live on my channel on what is a satire. You can also watch that. I'll provide the link in the description box below on what is a satire. Now, he was born in 1887 and he was the son of the famous Bengali writer and father of the legendary filmmaker Satyajit Ray. Imagine what a renowned family. His works often reflected his observation of society and human nature, which was infused with a unique blend of humor and satire. The Power of Music by Sukumar Ray is a humorous and satirical poem, and it explores the impact of music on different creatures and the chaos it can cause. The poem presents a comical situation. Yes, definitely you will laugh when you're reading the poem, but if you go and think deeply about it, it portrays the overwhelming influence of music, which is personified through the character of Bhisma Lochan Sharma, whose singing wreaks havoc on the world around him. To tell you a little bit more, The Power of Music is originally known as Ganer Gonto in Bengali. It is a poem from Sukumar Ray's Abol Tabol, that is the weird and the absurd. It is a collection of nonsense verse, children's poems and rhymes in Bengali, which was published in the year 1923. And although many people raise questions about the poems that were there in Abol Tabol, we will see how in a very comical manner the poet will highlight the prevailing issues and problems in the society at that time. Now, I will just take a little bit of your extra time because this is something I'm very curious to share with you. We are in 2024. Now, last year, which is 2023, Durga Puja festival in Kolkata, it is celebrated with a lot of joy and fun, and people are out on the streets for the 7 or 8 days. They go pandal hopping. Basically what happens, there are different types of structures made, which is known as a pandal, and it is theme based structures which are made to represent certain ideas, certain themes, to create awareness. And if you go inside the structure, you have the idol of goddess Durga. Now, in Kolkata in 2023, there was a Durga Puja pandal in Hathibagan area, somewhere in North Kolkata, on this comic strip of Abol Tabol, and it was such a beautiful sight to watch because the entire lane that led to the ultimate structure of a temple like thing where the idol was placed, that entire lane, all the houses, they had put in efforts. As you can see on the pictures on your screen, it was all painted black and white. The theme was black and white because they had represented the various events and incidents from this particular comic strip of Abol Tabol, and it is such a beautiful kind of a link that I was able to find. That how did I even know that very next year I would be teaching you a poem on the same topic. So you all can let me know how many of you are from Kolkata, number one, and number two, how many of you had managed to surpass the crowd and actually visit this particular puja pandal last year in Kolkata. So coming back to the central message of the poem, we see it revolves around the immense power of music and its ability to affect all living beings regardless of the species that they are or the stature that they have. Through humor and satire, Sukumar Ray highlights how music, when created without putting in thought, consideration or control, can lead to chaos and disruption. That is why any event, anything that you do, there is little bit of planning required. Though many people have a notion that if we plan things don't go according to the plan, it creates chaos. But you go without a plan, it is going to create double chaos. So let us now discuss the line by line of the poem and break down the power of music by Sukumar Ray. When summer comes, we hear the hums. So this line sets the seasonal backdrop of the poem, indicating that the events take place during the summer when nature is vibrant and alive. The mention of hums suggests the buzzing sound which is typical of summer, hinting at the presence of nature, as there is a description being made. Bhisma Lochan Sharma, we are introduced to the central character of the poem, a singer whose influence extends far and wide. You catch his train on hill and plain from Delhi down to Burma. That is, the poem describes how the singer's singing is heard across a vast geographical region from the hills of Delhi to the plains of Burma. Strain refers to the sound or melody which is produced by Bhisma Lochan's singing. He sings as though he's staked his life, he sings as though he's hell-bent. That is, the line emphasizes the intensity and passion with which he sings, suggesting that he puts his entire being, his entire effort into his performance. The phrase hell-bent indicates a determined, relentless, dedicated pursuit of something, and in this case, it is the act of singing which is done in a very determined manner. The people, dazed, retire amazed, although they know it's well meant. So despite being bewildered, shocked and confused by Bhisma Lochan's singing, the people recognize that his intentions are ultimately good. They are astonished by the power and sincerity of his singing. Even though it puzzles them, the people don't feel relaxed when they hear their music. They rather feel overwhelmed and confused, but still they are able to assess the genuine emotions that lie behind his singing. They are trampled in the panic rout or languish pale and sickly and plead, my friend, we are near our end, oh stop you singing quickly. So these lines describe the chaotic and harmful effects of Bhisma Lochan's singing on the people. Some are feeling trampled, they are feeling that they are in a situation where they will start panicking, while others fall ill from the shock and disturbance which is caused by his singing. The people request him to stop singing urgently, fearing that it can cause a lot of calamity and destruction. They are desperate because it is evident from the way they say that stop because we want to live, we don't want to die listening to your music. The bullock carts are overturned and horses line the roadside. That is, these lines continue to depict the chaos which is being caused by Bhisma Lochan singing. That is, the bullock carts are getting overturned, they are toppling, and the horses are also going out of control. They are irritated, agitated. The disruption extends beyond human beings to affect animals as well, just imagine. But Bhisma Lochan, unconcerned, goes booming out his broadside. That is, despite the chaos that is being caused because of him singing and the requests being made to him to stop, he continues singing loudly and without caring about the world. His disregard or ignorance for the consequences of his actions add to the absurdity and humor of the situation. The wretched brutes resent the blare the hour they hear it sounded. So this line describes the negative reaction of the animals, who in this case are termed as brutes, when they hear him singing, indicating their discomfort and irritation. The term blare emphasizes the loud and harsh quality of his singing. They whine and stare with feet in the air or wonder quite confounded. So the animals express their distress, they are tired, and they are whining, they are making strange sounds, they are staring in an aimless direction, which further emphasizes what kind of a terrible disruptive impact his singing is having, not just on human beings but even on animals. Some may appear even physically disoriented. People are, or animals are, in such a condition that their feet are in the air. So you can imagine the effect his singing is having, not just on people but also on animals. The fishes dived below the lake in frantic search for silence. That is, even the aquatic creatures are affected by Bhisma Lochan's singing. They are trying to seek shelter underwater in a desperate attempt to escape this noise. The intensity of his singing disturbs the natural environment and drives the fish to seek peace somewhere in the underwater place in silence. The very trees collapse and shake. You hear the crash a mile hence. That is, this line illustrates the profound effect of his singing on the environment, making even the trees tremble and collapse. The impact is so deep that the sound of collapsing trees can be heard from a distance which is quite far away. And in the sky, the feathered fly turn turtle while they are whining. That is, the birds are becoming so disoriented, they are getting confused that they lose their sense of direction in flight. The phrase turn turtle suggests a complete reversal or confusion in their normal behavior. Again we cry, we are going to die. Oh, won't you stop your singing? So people once again request or plead Bhisma Lochan to stop singing, fearing their lives in the face of chaos and destruction which is happening because of his voice. This desperation highlights the severity of the situation and how he is just not ready to stop singing no matter what. But Bhishma soared beyond our reach, however we plead and grumble. That is, despite the continued requests and complaints of the people, he remains unaffected and beyond the control of people. His singing reaches such heights that it seems unstoppable regardless of the efforts being made to make him quiet. The welkin weeps to hear his screech and mighty mansion tumble. The heavens themselves seem to be crying because of this cacophony. It's a very loud sound which is unpleasant because of the singing that he is doing. The destructive power of his singing is further emphasized when the poet describes it as mighty mansions are crumbling. That is, huge tall built mansions are on the verge of collapse. But now there comes a billy goat and a most sagacious fellow. That is, we are introduced to a new character, a wise billy goat who recognizes the need to come into the situation and do something. The goat's wisdom is contrasted to Bhisma Lochan's ignorance. He downs his horns and charges straight with bellow answering bellow. So the billy goat prepares to confront Bhisma Lochan. It lowers its horns in preparation for a battle. Its defiant bellow serves as a response to his singing, indicating that the goat is ready to challenge the human being, in this case Bhisma Lochan, so that in some way at least, the goat at least is able to stop him from singing. The strains of song are tossed and whirled by blast of brutal violence. That is, this line describes the clash between the billy goat and Bhisma Lochan as a confrontation which is further causing a lot of chaos because there is a very intense force and sound with which the goat charges on him. This imagery suggests a fierce struggle between the two opposing forces, and Bhisma Lochan grants the world the golden gift of silence. That is, this confrontation between the billy goat and Bhisma Lochan ultimately leads to him stopping his singing. The silence that follows is depicted as a golden gift, implying the relief, the peace that people had been wanting, had been requesting him for. Ultimately, they attain it. The chaos and destruction caused by him and his voice is now over. To understand this poem better, we can look at the poem from these four aspects, that is, the power of music, chaos and disruption or chaos and confusion, nature's response, and humor and satire. Let us decode each of them in details. Sukumar Ray's poem portrays the immense influence of music on all living beings. Bhisma Lochan Sharma's singing resonates across vast distances, affecting people, animals, and even nature. The poem highlights how music possesses a universal quality that goes beyond the boundaries and species, reaching into the depths of human emotion and the fabric of existence. Through his singing, overpowering voice, Ray emphasizes the transformative power of music, capable of stirring emotions, though in this case, it's not positive emotions that are stirred. Second is chaos and confusion. We see how the poet employs satire to humorously depict the chaos and confusion which is caused because of his uncontrolled singing. The poem portrays a comical yet cautionary tale of the consequences of excessive expression of one's thoughts, feelings, and emotions. Because in this case, when he sings, it leads to panic, injury, and destruction, which disrupts the normal way of life, not just for human beings but even for animals. Through the reactions of animals and nature, Bhisma Lochan's singing Ray illustrates the interconnectedness of all living beings. The fish dive underwater for cover, the birds lose their sense of direction, the trees tremble in response to his weird force of music. So this portrayal highlights the deep impact human activities have, like singing, and how it can also affect the natural world. So the poet suggests that our actions are interconnected to the web of life, and if we are not careful about our actions, it can permeate and affect other creatures, just as when we are as human beings responsible for pollution. It is not just human beings who are being affected because of excessive smoke and whatnot, but it is also the animals who are facing choking hazards because of human related activities. They are drinking dirty water. The cows we see, they are getting choked because of the polythene bags. So all this has to be stopped. And also we see that the poet employs humor and satire to convey deeper ideas about human behavior and society. This exaggerated depiction of Bhisma Lochan's singing and its consequences critique human folly, and when human beings are excessively proud of what they are capable of. Instead, we have to show compassion instead of trying to overpower the natural world. So that's it from this video. I hope you liked it. Do hit the like button. Subscribe to my channel for more such future updates. Thank you for watching. Bye.